Welcome to the Psychosocial Safety Summit, coming to you in October in Brisbane in 2024. This year, we're doing things differently and introducing you to the speakers and partners in the lead up to the event. I want you to get to know these incredible people before you arrive. And if you haven't got your ticket yet, jump on the link below. Today, I'd like to introduce you to Blyde Neser, founder and chief engagement officer at Professional Coaching Solutions. Thank you so much for partnering with us in this summit, Blyde, and thank you so much for speaking. I'm really excited about your topic and to see you in Brisbane.
I'm excited about it too. Can't wait. Thank you for creating this beautiful offering.
Oh, you are welcome, and thank you for being a part of it. And I would love for people listening now to find out more about your background and experience. Can you give us a little bit of an overview?
It's a bit of a long overview. I studied psychology and I started in working in human resources in the public service in March 1989. So that's a long time ago. So I'll try and keep it brief. I was one of the youngest deputy directors in the public service at the time, and I didn't have a mentor, any leadership training or additional support. It was tough times. I recall at one stage I was acting for my manager, and I was responsible for thousands of staff, the airport, the traffic division, who knows what else.
Wow.
I became the first female head of department of the Financial Services Board at the time. And I was very young. I was the only female. I was the only person who wasn't a chartered accountant or an actuary. My human-based approach to things wasn't always appreciated, put it that way. Back in the day, they called it woolly nonsense. Today, it may be called woo-woo. But it's that's the background that I come from. Anyway, if you don't realize the huge role our brains, hearts, and energy and other human elements such as connection and safety play in a team and organizational performance, you have a lot to learn. My career took me to working in software consulting, where I supported HR and payroll teams with best practice, recruitment, onboarding, talent management, and engagement strategies, the human elements of the whole journey. And I ended up in local government before I started Professional Coaching Solutions. So I've basically done a full circle there.
Wow, it's so interesting to hear people's backgrounds. And a lot of the time you don't get that when you're meeting someone at a conference or an event, which is why I really wanted to do this. And thank you so much for sharing that. But can you tell us a little bit more about what is Professional Coaching Solutions? What do you do there?
We are a cohort of consultants, facilitators, thought leaders, and trainers, and we are working together to revolutionize team performance and leadership. We've got a team of 12 amazing experts, including yourself, who bring something unique to the mix, making our collective energy and the collective IQ something incredibly special. So I'm really fortunate to have this team of gorgeous people working with me. What sets us apart is a holistic and integrated approach towards team leadership and psychological safety. So we don't just try and address things from one Band-Aid perspective. We don't just stand there and tell people what this is all about. We help you fix it at the root cause. Our work is evidence-based. It's backed by science and many, many years of expertise in human behavior. And we also use positive psychology, strengths-based leadership, neuroscience, and other time-tested practices to help teams build confidence and trust, psychological safety, and collaboration to elevate overall organizational well-being.
I love that. And I love how your model is working with experts across different areas and being able to bring something so unique to organizations where you're still that small business, but you have the power of 12 associates that can provide the service and support that organizations need, but just not at that sometimes huge price of a huge organization.
No, exactly, exactly. Because I found that a lot of the transformational programs come at a huge price tag, and there's so much to do out there, and we want to change the world.
Mm,
And we can only do it if we come up with models that are supporting business to actually achieve outcomes.
mm.
So we love working with leaders who are keen to make the world a better place. And we are here to help them turn that negative spiral around.
And that's what your logo's about, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Love it. And so, why did you start Professional Coaching Solutions?
I noticed that there's so many people who are unhappy and disengaged at work, and teams that are struggling to cope, and so many leaders who were keen to be good leaders, good at what they do, but they didn't know how, they weren't confident. And I think also trying to fit into this mold of what leadership must look like. Let's not go down that rabbit hole because I'll get on this so much. But I saw beautiful people getting demoralized and their confidence shattered and leaving the organization because of poor behaviors, poor systems, lack of support. I could also see the solutions, and I had all these solutions, but I wasn't able to make a real impact because in my role, my plate was so full dealing with complaints, grievances, investigations, terminations, all the symptoms.
Mm.
And I was tired of fixing symptoms.
Oh,
I wanted to go back and help because most people have good intentions. Um, they are often just hampered by inefficiencies, lack of good leadership or good systems and processes.
mm.
So just wanted to help people step into the space where they can learn how to listen deeply and switch off the fight or flight and create magic.
Yeah, I love that. And if people are excited and don't want to wait until the summit to meet you or work with you, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
My website's probably the best thing. There's a book appointment there, and I am a coffee addict, so I love virtual coffees always. So people can just jump on the website and book an appointment with me there and have a chat.
Fantastic. And can you give us a little teaser about what you're going to share at the summit?
Okay. So a conference is where you stand in front of people and you just talk to them. Whereas a summit is a gathering of brilliant minds and brilliant minds applying thought leadership and discussing real solutions. So we are going to tap into that a little bit. But I'm also planning to share some practical techniques and case studies of gentle solutions that have helped teams build psychological safety and turn that negative spiral around.
Mm. And I see, the regulator, and I see organizations go out there and say, you need to have psychological safety, and leaders stand there and say, well, what do I need to do?
Wow.
How do I do that? Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to your session. And thank you so much again for being a part of it, Blyde. I can't wait to see you in Brisbane.
I feel very fortunate. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.